We need to learn to recognize right and wrong, truth or whether something is true or false. And learn to travel lightly. You say, what do you mean by that, learn to travel lightly? You know, when we travel in our lives, we have a heavy burden on our shoulders. Sins, frustrations, upset, worries. We have to learn to get rid of these. Give them to God. Jesus said, my burden is light. If you put the burden on me, you can live your life easily. If you have all these problems on your shoulder and life struggles, it's hard for you to go through life, but if you hand over your burden, it'll be an easier life. That's why Jesus said if you forgive other people, you'll have an easier life. You won't have these burdens. So you have to learn to travel lightly. If you go travel for 3 days, you bring this huge suitcase, forget it. Bring a small suitcase. You know, in the past, I know women put hair dryers in and they're there. And the hotels have hair dryers now, so why bring them? And they say, oh, mine's better. It's perfect. And I don't know the quality of that hair dryer at the hotel, but then it's heavy and you bring it in there. But best to travel lightly. And you know, security in the United States knows that you're supposed to bring smaller shampoo bottles, smaller bottles of liquid. So they're helping you to travel lightly. This airport security is very smart. Because if you bought this big bottle of shampoo, you'd be burdened. So best to bring small bottles. We should have been doing that a long time ago. So question to you, for you to think about. What kind of desert experience have you gone through recently or currently? Maybe frustration, maybe you didn't obey God, you were frustrated, and you were living in the desert. So ask, what is God trying to teach? What is God trying to teach you? There's different deserts. Some of you face maybe an economic desert. For me, in the summer, I worry about that because there's no summer work. And I have to learn, and what is God trying to teach me? That summer is dry for me. Maybe when school's over, now you have a break, you're home. Maybe you are to use that time to think about what God is trying to teach you. Maybe you're so busy, that's fine, but if you happen to be on vacation, you go somewhere for a week, and you have time to think about what God has been teaching you in this past year. What will God lead me to in the next coming year? So now, you have to learn to do it right. So, for the Jewish people, when God told them not to attack, they didn't. They said, okay, they listened. Good. And the Lord said to me, do not harass the Moabites and provoke them for war, for I will not give you any part of their land. I have given Ar to the descendants of Lot as a possession. When God gave them instructions to attack, they did. You've read that verse. Israel learned some consequences. They knew their frustrations with war. If they obey and do right, then they would see the consequence of that. They were able to obtain other land. They learned from the desert, the frustrations and experiences of traveling for 39 years. They knew that God would provide, God would take care. They learned from their mistakes, and God taught them that. We too can learn from our consequences from our desert experiences and our failures. And remember these challenges that we face every day. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3 and 9. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Whatever is big into our future, God establishes our steps to get there, and He is with us through all these steps.